How's it going today, folks? Today we have an Everfest box opening, but we're not going to talk Everfest. We are going to talk about print runs for Flesh and Blood. Yesterday, I believe, as of the recording of this video, they announced Monarch print run numbers, and I want to talk about print run numbers, just in general, kind of about Everfest, or not Everfest, but Monarch, as well as just Flesh and Blood as a whole. And maybe print runs just in general over through various games. But obviously it's a Flesh and Blood, so we'll predominantly talk about Flesh and Blood. So anyways, I want to talk about, so if you guys have not heard, the print run numbers for Monarch were released, and they were 125,000. I love these paper packs. I forgot how much I like these paper packs. I have up the numbers for, this is for, Magic's first set, Alpha, and what their print run numbers were. So, Magic had, for Alpha, they had 70,000, 50 boosters. So, you think about 125,000 is not that much. Like, it's the fourth set. Or, yeah, I believe it's the fourth set. Like, alright, we got a Signal of Parafet's reverse. Wait, that's not cold foil, that's reverse foil. So, it's just like, people are freaking out that it's, like, the people thought that it was, like, upwards of, like, 200,000, maybe 300,000, but I'm just like, 150,000 wouldn't have been that crazy. Like, it's just, people are just blowing this, like, way out of proportion, and it just kind of shocks me. Kind of on the flip side, we haven't talked about D-Spirits much, but D-Spirits has lowered their print run numbers to about 50,000 for first edition, I believe. I'm not really following that as much. I forgot. I forgot that Majestics can be in the last slot. Let's just quickly check, see if we missed a Majestic. I apologize if we did, but we did not. I just think it's so interesting how, like, people are kind of freaking out and they're panicking. They're like, oh, if it's this, it's gonna go, and it's gonna plummet. It's gonna go below map pricing, and I just, like, say Flesh and Blood does succeed 5, 10, 15 years down the road, 125 is not that bad. I think that overall, excuse me, folks, people think that, like, these numbers are just crazy when, okay, so then let's go back to Flesh and Blood again. Beta has 210,000. Beta cards are pretty hard to get, if you guys didn't know. They mostly are pretty, I mean, they're not expensive as expensive as alpha cards, but beta commons are still kind of expensive. Like, there are some beta commons that, obviously Magic is the gold star and yada yada, but I mean, there are still, like, okay, so this is what, Everfest is what, the fifth set, I believe? Yeah, it'd be it would be the sixth set, excuse me. So that would be, I think, like, 4th edition or Unlimited in Magic. I can't remember exactly. But, like, these cards, if Flesh and Blood does stand the test of time, and that's a big if, because not many games last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. That's an if. I'm not saying it's a for sure thing. I'm just a guy in the basement, kind of just talking out loud. Alright, we got another Signal. This time not reverse, but we got another one. So I just think it's interesting how people are, like, comparing this and saying it's too much, and it's so interesting to me. So, anyways, I just kind of want to get that out there, about all the panic, and I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that the number is honestly, lower than I expected, so I think that's also a good thing. So I just kind of wanted to point that out, that, Monarch is not the end-all be-all, because, and plus, there's the fact that we're going to whatever Flesh and Blood 2.0 or whatever that is. We could be saying goodbye. We're probably saying goodbye to first edition and second edition. That is just, we got another Majestic. That's going to make this so much harder, not, I guess, harder to obtain, but more rare. Because it's going to show, it's going to say, hey, this product is first edition. So, well, I guess, maybe not for Everfest, but like Tales first has a second edition. All the other products have second edition. And, ooh, we got a legendary. We got a stalactite. All right. I actually haven't held this card yet, so that's actually pretty cool. Huh. I actually haven't even seen this card. Huh. So that's actually really cool. We got a legendary. I'll take it. I'm just going to really quick look it up because I am just really curious. Stalagmite. All right, let's see what it is. It's probably not that much. Oh, wow. It's about $80. So there we go. Paid for the box. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over and just kind of talk a little bit about print run numbers and yeah. Huh. I was not expecting to pull a legendary out of this box. But I am definitely happy that we did. So, yeah. Overall, we're about halfway through. After a legendary, you can't really expect much more. I mean, if I got I don't think because of the track printing. Oh wow, another reverse hollow Majestic. Wow, I cannot talk today, folks. I apologize. Also, if you guys hear a little raspiness in my voice, I am getting sick. I am taking proper precautions and all that jazz. But if you guys hear a little bit of raspiness in my voice this week, that's why. But wow, we have gotten like very good pulls. Like, let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do more Flesh and Blood openings. Because honestly, besides the Alpha box, we pulled pretty good out of our Flesh and Blood for the little bit of Flesh and Blood that we have opened. So yeah. Overall, I just kind of want to say, like, I mean, I do think that modern times, like modern sets, like for older games, like obviously the print run so one thing I kind of want to speculate also on MetaZoo. So MetaZoo, the print run for Wilderness, the newest set, is, I believe, around 100,000. And Monarch is more than that. And people are saying, what? I would say Wilderness, or not Wilderness, but Wilderness is probably a better product, but yet Monarch is more expensive? Like, does that make sense to anyone? Oh, whoops, I forgot the reverse in that pack. I don't know. There's just, like, the market is just all over the place. I know, technically, that Monarch is, like, it's just so weird. Like, the market is just all over the place with all sorts of different card games right now. I know Flesh and Blood is more established, probably more safe than a MetaZoo or something like that, but it's just so different. Like, you guys have to keep in mind perspective. Flesh and Blood may not be Magic the Gathering, but they are doing a great job in producing the sets. Their player base is very happy for the most part. I mean, I know we can talk really briefly about the ban list. The ban list did not ban anything. The most recent ban list did not ban anything, and you know, at least from the couple players that I've talked to, are not happy about it. But I have heard some people that are happy about it. Oh, I can't find any more cases. But it's just, I don't know. It's just so strange. I'm actually going to put this in a hard case now that I think about it. Because I have some Ultra Pros right next to me. Can't get this one open. Apologize, folks. Just wanted to get that in a hard sleeve. I promise I will sleeve the rest of these. I just need to get some more sleeves. Oof, that one came open pretty bad. But that's what you get when you open paper packs. Like I said, I doubt that. Oh, I thought that was. That's not a cold foil. That's not a cold foil. I don't think it is. At least we did get another Majestic though. Is that cold foil? I can't tell. It's a token, so I don't think it can be a cold foil. Huh. But anyways, Kind of last thoughts. Everfest, kind of a weird product. Paper packs I love, but it's gonna be weird because it's first edition, but there's not gonna be a second edition. So I feel like Flesh and Blood Everfest will go down as a very different set because it doesn't have a second edition. So ultimately, this set will be probably in the long term rarer than, let's say, like overall. I'm just talking about like, okay, so this stalactite will not have a reverse hollow version, so it technically is more rare. It's kind of like our conversation. Nice, another majestic. It's kind of like our conversation about the rarity of blue ink versus red ink, and now the green one. It's just things are rarer because they're either harder to pull or there's less of them. So in theory, this card will be less of these versus how many there are because there's no second edition. Granted, there's cold foils, but like people that want to play this card, I don't know how good it is. I really don't. But people that want to play this card have to play the cold foil. That makes a difference. I don't know how good this card. Let me just read it really quick. Whenever you defend the stalactite, create a frostbite token. I don't know anything about this card, so I can't really point out anything. But anyways, thanks folks for watching. As always, appreciate everything you do. If you guys, like I said, do you want some more Flesh and Blood content, comment below. I would love to hear from you guys on what you guys are interested in. I know I did a lot of MetaZoo last week, and I don't know if some of you guys are liking that or not liking that, but I do want to get to a consistent kind of area on the channel where I'm opening all sorts of card games, talking about all sorts of card games, and just enjoying our time with you guys. So anyways, thanks for watching, and see you in the future.